The stage was set, bathed in the unforgiving glare of thousands of eyes. A silence descended, thick with anticipation, heavy with history. This wasn't just any concert, this was a pilgrimage. And at its heart lay a challenge so daunting, so seemingly impossible, it had been whispered about in hushed tones for years. A vacant drum throne, a sacred space, once occupied by a titan. The ghost of the professor, Neil Peart, loomed large. Every beat, every fill, every intricate rhythm he had woven into the fabric of rock history was etched into the collective memory of millions. To step into that space, to even attempt to fill those shoes, felt less like an opportunity and more like a musical death sentence. The stakes were astronomical. For decades, Neil Peart wasn't just a drummer. He was an architect of sound, a rhythmic philosopher, a percussive poet. His work with Rush transcended mere music. It was a complex narrative, a high-wire act of precision and power. He was known for his intricate rhythms, his innovative use of odd time signatures, and a ride cymbal technique that was uniquely his own. To try and replicate his style, to capture that elusive Peartesque magic, required a level of focus and stamina that few musicians could even dream of possessing. His drumming was never about simply keeping time. It was an integral voice in Rush's legendary sound. Fans studied his parts like ancient texts, dissecting every nuance, every ghost note. He didn't just play, he composed on the drums, turning each song into a sprawling, percussive masterpiece. The sheer physical and mental demands of his compositions were enough to make even seasoned pros shudder. So, when news broke that surviving Rush members Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson were embarking on a reunion tour, the drumming world held its breath. Who would dare? Who could possibly shoulder the weight of such an immense legacy? The whispers grew louder, the speculation wilder. Then the name emerged, Anika Nilles. Anika Nilles. A name synonymous with modern drumming prowess. A German sensation known for her impeccable groove, her astonishing technical skill, and her fearless exploration of complex rhythms. She had carved out her own impressive career as a composer and solo artist, respected by peers and adored by fans for her innovative approach. But Rush, Neil Peart, this was a different beast entirely. The revelation sent shockwaves. Many expected a long-time Rush aficionado, perhaps a well-known name from the progressive rock scene like Mike Portnoy or Danny Carey. Instead, Lee and Lifeson chose someone who, by her own admission, wasn't a lifelong Rush fan. This choice, initially perplexing to some, highlighted a deeper truth. They weren't looking for a clone. They were looking for a musician with the unparalleled skill and musical intelligence to interpret Peart's genius, not merely imitate it. The call came, and the gauntlet was thrown. Anika Nilles accepted the challenge, a decision that would plunge her into an intense, almost monastic period of preparation. She wasn't just learning a few songs. She was immersing herself in an entire catalog, a dense tapestry of around 35 to 37 complex Rush tracks. She had less than a year, perhaps a little over a year, to internalize hundreds of Peart's intricate drum fills, his signature patterns, and those notorious time signature changes. This wasn't simply rote memorization. Nilles described her learning process as unlike anything she had done before. She realized that with Peart's drumming, you couldn't just write it out. Much of it was kind of a feeling. It required a deep dive into the essence of his playing, a spiritual connection to the music itself. The pressure was immense, a constant, gnawing awareness that every single note she would play would be scrutinized by millions of devoted fans, many of whom had seen Peart perform those very parts countless times. Among the many iconic compositions, one song stood out as the ultimate test, the true Everest of Rush drumming, La Villa Strangiato. This instrumental odyssey, a spiraling journey through various odd meters, dizzying speeds and sudden shifts, has long been considered one of the hardest Rush songs to play on drums. It demands not only blistering technicality, but also a nuanced musicality that can make its complexity feel effortless. Drummers worldwide had, for decades, attempted to conquer La Villa Strangiato, often emerging defeated or, at best, barely surviving its relentless demands. The track's infamous breakdown section, with its intricate cymbal patterns and constantly shifting time signatures, was a notorious trap for the unprepared. To play it cleanly, precisely, and with the required dynamic range was a feat few could truly master. Then came the night of June 7, 2026. The Kia Forum in Inglewood, California. The kickoff of Rush's 50-something reunion tour. The air crackled, the crowd roared. And there, behind the colossal kit, was Anika Nilles. The moment of truth had arrived. Would she falter under the spotlight? Would the pressure, the history, the sheer difficulty of the material overwhelm her? As the opening notes of Rush classics filled the arena, Anika Nilles was in beast mode. Her performance was described as flawless. Her drum fills on tracks like Tom Sawyer met with roaring cheers from the 18,000 strong crowd. But it was her tackle of La Villa Strangiato that truly solidified her place. Reviewers and fellow drummers noted her discipline, stamina, and consistency, making an incredibly demanding piece of music feel controlled, musical, and natural. She didn't just play the notes, she embodied the spirit. In a poignant tribute to the legend she was honoring, Nilles placed a pair of Neil Peart's signature drumsticks on her riser, a silent acknowledgement that the professor was indeed with us on stage. It was a gesture that spoke volumes, showcasing her deep respect while simultaneously demonstrating her own formidable talent. The verdict was swift and overwhelmingly positive. Anika Nilles had not only navigated the impossible challenge, but had triumphed. Fellow drumming titans like Mike Portnoy expressed goosebumps and tears watching her performance. Fans raved, some even suggesting she played certain parts with a tightness that would make Peart himself proud. She had taken on what many called the hardest gig in rock history, and in the words of one observer, she absolutely nailed it. Her precision, her control, her ability to make the complex sound effortless, all while maintaining her unique musical voice, silenced any remaining critics. She didn't just replicate, she interpreted, bringing a fresh yet deeply respectful energy to Rush's iconic catalog. This wasn't about replacing Neil Peart, for that was truly impossible. This was about honoring his monumental legacy by carrying the torch forward with unparalleled skill and grace. Anika Nilles' journey with Rush is more than just a drumming story. It's a testament to courage, dedication, and the enduring power of music. It proved that even in the shadow of a legend, new brilliance can shine. She stepped into the fire, faced the scrutiny, and emerged not only unscathed but celebrated, ensuring that Rush's incredible music continues to inspire new generations. What do you think about Anika Nilles' incredible feat? Have you seen her perform with Rush? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more true crime stories from the world of music, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Your support helps us uncover these fascinating tales. Until next time, stay vigilant and keep listening.